Hello and welcome once again to DublinConcertsTV. Coming up today, we're going to have all the latest music news and some gig news, and we're going to take a look at some of the regular music nights that happen across the city, where you can check out some of the latest up-and-coming talent that the country has to offer. Martha Wainwright has just announced 2 dates in Whelan's on the 3rd and 4th of November. Tickets are on sale now and they're €25, and I reckon you should snap these up fast because they're going to really sell like hotcakes. Martha Wainwright, of course, is part of music royalty. Loudon Wainwright being her father, Rufus Wainwright her brother, of course. And at the moment she's working on a memoir which is intriguingly titled Stories I Might Regret Telling You, which is due out in 2016, so we've a while yet to wait to see what those stories are, but they sound like it's very intriguing. The lineup for the 3rd edition of 7 Quarters Club has just been announced. 7 Quarters Club is going to take place in Whelan's at 8 PM on the 13th of September. It's a really interesting little idea. It features up-and-coming new Irish bands, and what happens as well is the first 150 people through the door get treated to a 7-inch vinyl which will feature some of the music from the bands that are playing on the night, and also some previously unreleased tracks as well, so you get a bit of a treat, something that nobody else has heard. And on the night, Halves, who of course were nominated for the Choice Music Prize last year, will be playing, and Twink Rains will also be playing, so look, sounds like a really good night. I might get down to that one myself. Donegal artist Slow Place Like Home will release his debut album Romola this week. Keith Mannion, as he's probably better known to his mother, has said that the rural setting that he lives in has influenced the work. And you can hear that on the album. He's taken field recordings and incorporated them into the album, and it's really resulted in this fantastic pastoral, relaxed, bliss, chilled out album. It's really, really good. I reckon you should go and get your hands on a copy. If you don't believe me, you can check out a review, actually, which I wrote as well, but it's on the site anyway, where I go into it in more detail, but definitely can't recommend this new Irish artist highly enough. Some interesting news has emerged about Leonard Cohen this week. Apparently he's to release a new album. The album is going to be called Popular Problems, and it's going to be released at the end of September to coincide with Cohen's 80th birthday. Interestingly, word of this album hasn't been officially confirmed by Leonard Cohen himself, but it did get leaked at an official fan convention in Dublin that the album will be happening. So at the moment, unfortunately, there aren't any plans for the album to be toured. Let's hope they change, although I suppose when you're 80 years old, do you want to go trekking all over the world? And I think he's probably recouped all that money he lost in those pension scams a few years ago. But we'd love to see him on these shores again. So Leonard, if you're watching, you probably aren't, but if you are, please come to Dublin again. Don't forget to check the news section of the site to keep up to date with all the latest music news. The big festival for this weekend is Jacket Diamonds Festival, which is like a rhythm and roots festival, or that's what it's billing itself as anyway. It's going to take place on the 15th, 16th and 17th of August, so all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's going to take place across several venues: the Mercantile, Sweeney's, Button Factory, Grand Social, and I believe there's going to be an area outside on Dame Lane as well, so there'll be a few free gigs going on there. So great weekend in store, loads of great bands playing: Toucan, Tupelo, Eskies, Gavin Glass, Corner Boy. They're just a few off the top of my head. There's loads more. If you check out our website, we'll have full details of all the bands playing. I think there's over 100 in total, and tickets for the Button Factory gigs are €10 each, so bargain. Definitely at least get yourself out for one night of that festival. I'd say it's going to be a great weekend. So this week as well, we thought we'd take a look at some of the regular gigs that happen across Dublin during the week. There's a good few of them happening during the week, and we just think it's really good to highlight them. These are all free as well, and it's a great chance to see young up-and-coming bands in their embryonic stages before they go on to bigger venues and that. So it's a really interesting, intriguing thing to do, and go and see some of these gigs. I've been to all of them myself at some stage or another. I've seen some really, really, really good bands, really good artists, and seen them then go on to good things. And you're kind of at one of their bigger gigs later on. Maybe they're supporting somebody in the Olympia or something. You go, oh God, I saw them playing wherever the small venues. I'm not going to give all the venues away straight away. You have to keep on watching. I'm not that generous. But yeah, so we decided we'd take a look. The first one we're going to highlight anyway is the Sunday Roast, which takes place in the Mercantile, and that's every Sunday from 9:30 thereabouts. It's a cool little venue, cool little spot. It's in the kind of side of the Mercantile, the little stage up the top, and they'll usually have like another section where you'll get another maybe acoustic artist will be playing kind of at another side of the venue, depending on the night. But also they'll have roast spuds and all this sort of stuff going around for the tables as well, which is just a cool little idea, I think. Of course, if any band is interested in playing, you can email booking@sundayroast.net and they'll be more than happy to talk to you. Definitely a great night and worth checking out. Another option for Sunday, and this one starts a bit earlier, so if you're in work on Monday and you know you don't want to be going in with that big groggy head in you on Monday morning, maybe you can head to this one. It's Saucy Sundays in the Grand Social, and that usually starts from about 6 o'clock. I think it finishes at around about 11 o'clock or so, so you know you can get home early enough and you can be up on Monday morning. Reasonably bright and breezy. Just, you know, you don't always have to drink at these things either, remember? Anyway, you probably will, and they do have like a few drinks promotions as well going on. There's a huge beer garden in the upstairs venue as well. Plenty of space to go out and, you know, if you want to have a smoke, maybe flirt with somebody. That's what happens in beer gardens, isn't it? I don't know, I'm too old for that sort of thing. But yeah, great night, and of course they've got pizza and all sorts of stuff on sale as well. Usually about 6-7 bands playing, some really good stuff, some really talented bands, and it's a great night out. As I say, another one if you want to maybe get your Sunday drinking and Sunday band watch out of the way early and be up rest of the days on Monday morning, then this might be an option. Moving on to events during the week, and Sweeney's really seems to be the place to go for these. On Monday nights they have a backdoor open mic night, and that kicks off at about 7 PM every Monday. So again, it's free in, another free gig, and anyone can drop into this as well, and you can sign up and you can play away to your little heart's content. Well, probably not, you probably can only play a few songs, but you get the idea. So a great way to go in. I mean, who knows who you're going to see at these things? As I said earlier, you could sit there and be watching someone and then 5 years later turn on the telly and go, wow, that was that guy that I saw. So that's what I like about these things, and you can just see where these, and it's just so much talent in Dublin and in Ireland. So many great artists trying to get through, and it's great to go and give them the support when they're, you know, when they're starting out. This event as well is brought to you by an organisation called Super Happy Fun Times, which sounds like a very fun name, really. They're a creative arts management group that's dedicated to finding and nurturing new Irish talent, and they run this event, so fair play to them. Yeah, so if you're at a loose end of a Monday, no harm maybe checking in there to Sweeney's. Sweeney's also has the DimeStore Recordings. Now they're on every Thursday, usually from about 8 PM in the downstairs bar. Loads and loads of great bands play this. You'll see some great new bands, up and coming bands. You'll see some bands that maybe have only been together a little while, but you might see a spark in them and you think, oh, maybe I'll have a look at them and I'll keep on following them. I've been there a couple of times. I've been really impressed with the standard of what's there. And again, if you're at a loose end, got nothing better to do on a Thursday, you could do worse than head off to Sweeney's. And don't forget to check out the upcoming gigs section of the site for a comprehensive roundup of all the gigs coming up over the next few weeks. Last week we mentioned that we were looking for more people to join our team, and of course that offer is still open. If you're a writer, photographer, or even if you fancy getting in front of the camera and making a fool of yourself like I do every week, so I'll happily step aside for maybe one episode, or two, or maybe one. By all means, we'd love to hear from you. The email address is hello@DublinConcerts.ie, and if you just send us a sample or two of your previous work, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We'd love to have you on board. It's a great team, you'll get to see some great gigs, meet some great bands. There's no drawbacks really, it's great fun. So look, if you've got an interest in writing or a passion for photography or presenting, or you've got any other mad ideas that maybe we haven't thought of, then absolutely please get in touch, we'd love to hear from you. So that's it for this episode of Dublin Concerts TV. Thanks once again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure that you're one of the first to know when the next episodes are out. Sinead O'Connor has just released a video for her great new single, Take Me to Church.
Like, okay, that was cool, that was a cool trend where, you know, it was like cyber punk, whatever.